Boom. What's up, Canna fam? As you know, every once in a while, I'll do these little awkward occurrences where I'll be interviewing a patient for the medical cannabis card and I'll go live. All right. So, for those watching, this is how you do it. Firstly, I'm not going to release any of your personal info on this. In order for me to do this HIPAA legally and all that kind of stuff, do a live video, I have to be able to get your consent. So I'm not going to use any of your identifying info. You're not on this. It's just on my funny looking face. But your voice. What will be on it is your voice. I'm not going to use anything else, but your voice will be on it. Is that okay? Great, wonderful. So, great question. I just wanted to speak on it. She was asking about a strain specifically for something that would not knock her out, correct? Something to give you some zip.
Some zip with being able to function fully through the day.
Boom. All right. Y'all hear that? Wanted something to enable her to be able to function in the day. All right. Just so she'd be able to get a little bit of just that extra jump,
Yes.
something to just get the wheels moving a little bit, maybe when otherwise you'd feel a bit of stagnation, some hesitation in movement, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Lovely question, folks. So sativa strains are highly touted for these. There's two broad categories of cannabis. Sorry for the backlighting, folks. Let me just turn this off. I think it looks a little dark now, but it's just better when I don't have the backlight. But yeah, the sativa strains. There's two broad categories: sativas and indicas. All right, these are just umbrella terms, and there are subtypes, strains within those. But broadly speaking, the sativas are the types of strains that are well suited towards doing that function that you're looking for, to give that little bit of mental energy that's going to precede that physical behavioral movement. You know, oftentimes before we start moving, we can feel the jostling kind of in our heads and our central nervous system, sort of telling our bodies and muscles, hey, let's go do something. And sometimes we don't have a directionality to that. So it ends up just sort of feeling kind of like nervous energy. And the great thing about sativas are that they'll be able to boost you with a good enough idea, a clear sort of focused linearization, if you will, getting you in a line to move towards a focused kind of directed activity. So that way you're like, oh, wait, this is what I wanted to do. And then you've gone from thinking about it to doing it, which is really the when people feel purposeful in life, that's sort of what they're looking for, and sativas are well suited for that. And then you'd also mention while I'm talking about that, there's also these flavorful aromatic compounds in cannabis called terpenes. I don't know if you've ever heard of these. Mm-hmm. New term to you. So just a little bit of lingo that comes with these when you're going to a dispensary with respect to choosing one product versus another product. Terpenes are compounds that they're present in all plants, lots of fruits. It's just a name for the smells and flavors that go with natural products. For example, pinene is exactly kind of how it sounds. It's pine salt, that sort of piney flavor. And there's a host of other ones of them, but the pinene is one of them that has a real sort of invigorating effect. One of those things you might want to look for when you're looking for a strain. The sativa strains that have that pinene, those are well touted for that, giving you that sort of mental refreshment. Limonene is another one. It has the flavor and smell as it sounds, that lemony kind of scent. So those are ones that are known to be just real invigorating. There's another one named beta caryophyllene. Don't worry about it. But there's a couple of these aromatic compounds that are well suited to giving people that zip. So keep your eye on that too. That's also a thing.
So like a lime or a pine.
Right. Correct. And when you're looking for strains, they'll list the terpenes on them too, or at least they should. Okay. And then there's the other half that you had brought up regarding sleep. Okay. And those are the indicas, the indica varieties, very well suited to just inducing that nice, relaxing. They have very anti-anxiety properties to them, so that if someone is tense from the day and they just want to wind down and they're going quite in the other direction of that focus directed activity, just want to smooth it and do inactivity, the indicas are very well suited for that. Good to just try and get someone moved from that very conscious waking state to that very unconscious, relaxed, just melding with the self and drifting off into unconscious. The indicas are really, really, really good for that. So just the direction to look for when you go to the dispensary. So you'll have a beginning talking point. A lot of it boils down to trial and error and just practice with trying different stuff. But knowing what it is that you're getting, I think is sort of important, right? Just so you can know how one product differs from another product. All right, and don't feel bound that you have to smoke everything. There's vaped products which are a little bit safer. The sublingual products, the edibles work real well. They just take a little bit longer to land. Okay. The sublingual products come in both a droppable tincture kind of form that goes under the tongue, let it brew there for like a minute. There's also a sublingual preparation, which is also oil, but it's more of a viscous kind of pasty, oily oil as opposed to a liquid that comes in a syringe. Sometimes it's called RSO, Rick Simpson oil. Real effective stuff. I think it works real great. You can put it on a toothpick, put it under your tongue for like a minute. Real easy way, non-inhaled way, without the sugar that might come with an edible. Real easy way to get a nice smooth dose. Brews up in your whole body. You get a whole body and head kind of.
Nighttime.
Yeah, that's the nighttime stuff. Just makes the bedtime real relaxing, just in your fingertips, your toes, all of that kind of stuff. So just another route of administration. If you felt like trying, everyone is different. I understand all of my patients are different. Some want to roll up a little doobie and smoke a joint. Others some patients are just absolutely no smoking, just want to do something that doesn't involve any inhaling, no vaping even. Which is, and I respect that. Every patient is going to want to do their own thing. Main thing is that they understand the risk profile that comes with each method. If a person is diabetic, they have to keep their eye out for the edibles. Sugar. If someone has COPD, something like that, maybe inhaling, not for them. Maybe that's that risk benefit. It's really up to the patient to decide. But I'll outline it for them so they can at least understand what they're getting into. Boom, got a good video out of it. Thank you so much. I'm going to lock it off. So great. From here.